Live. Not sure. Sometimes it starts, sometimes it doesn't. So, hello, 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 hello. Hello. This live is about your profile, your LinkedIn profile. So, what I wanted to do in this clip and live, it's of course always a Ask Me Anything live coaching session. And soon, I will also bring on board Nitira Tikaluk, which is working with me, partnering with me to bring you amazing tools and amazing content. And so I wanted to just give you a few pointers and I'm gonna actually support my of one of my coaching clients. I'm helping him scale his business to 2.5 million this year, basically um, doubling his revenue. So I'm not gonna share because it's private and I wouldn't do that to anybody, but I just wanna give you some pointers on what to do and what not to do. So when you create your LinkedIn profile or when you are building it or when you are visiting it, the first step you want to do is really ask yourself, who are you writing that profile for? So, who is your target audience? What's your goal? Who is your client? Why are you doing this? So, before you start working on your profile and just presenting yourself out there, it's important to know what the outcome, the result you want to achieve is. I think it's important because a lot of people, what they do is they go on LinkedIn and they kind of just write their create their profile just as if they're doing it for everyone, and there's not really a kind of an intention behind it. So think about it as if you were writing your resume or your letter of employment. When you write your letter of employment or your cover letter or your resume, if you really want to have the job, usually you modify slightly the resume to fit the job that you want to get, correct? So that is in an employment. I used to do that, and I believe everybody who I always I always got the employment I wanted. So the way to do it is really to modify your cover letter and the resume intended to the exact person that you want to send it to get the job, to land the opportunity. So think about it the same way for LinkedIn. Before you start working on your profile and starting to write your resume in it or to define who you are and try to sell who you are, think first of who this resume is intended to. So, who is your target clientele? What are you trying to achieve by writing this up? And what is the message you want your prospect to get immediately by reading your profile? The mistake I see a lot of people make, especially nowadays, is the mistake of writing in their title that they're job seekers or looking for opportunity. That is a big mistake because it describes who they are. It doesn't describe what they seek or who it is intended for. And what you want to really focus on is who your message is intended to. So that is the first thing. So before doing anything, actually, whether it's LinkedIn or a business or a book or anything you do, you have to first think of the audience. Think of who the message is for and what result you want to achieve by what you're doing. So in this case, we take the profile of this coaching client that I have, and if I look at it, there's a lot of things missing. But one of them that is pretty negative is that he doesn't write a description of his company or what his company does. So one of the first things you want to do is think that we live in a 3-second world, which means you have approximately 3 seconds to make an impression. Not specific into what services you provide, what line of business you're in, what you what results you offer within your services, well, you will lose a lot of attention right away, because if you don't put yourself out there as being unique and having something out of the ordinary and having a presentation that grabs the attention in a few words right from the get-go, well, you will lose potential opportunities, potential clients. So it is important to have that first impression really nailed, really well done. If you It's important to explain what you do, what is the result that you offer. In my profile, I am very obviously seeking business clients that I can coach and mentor. And my first sentences are about millionaire maker, creating 7-figure businesses or scaling people to 7 figures. So my description is very effective and very simple. So if you want to have effectiveness, you have to have a description that's right to the point and that serves the client the result that you offer. People don't buy and don't spend time figuring out who you are, not at first at least. They want to know, is this a valuable connection for what I need, or a potential partnership that can be developed in the future. LinkedIn individuals are mostly business oriented, meaning that they seek to see if they can create a new work relationship and build opportunities, build collaboration. So it is a platform where you can really find open-mindedness in terms of new clients, new prospects, new collaboration, and of course a lot of leads, more than you can imagine. But before that, you really have to have a profile that will attract the type of lead that you want. If you want a lead, a buyer, let's say, for one of your products, well, you need to really be very specific on the product that you offer. If you're doing 2-3 things at the same time, like I am very often, well, you need to clarify what is the priority, what is the first thing on your list that you are doing, and that is the most important within all the rest. So that has to be first, immediate thing that your prospect will see, because that's the first impression they will have on you to know, will I do business with you or not? So if you want to have a great impression also with your LinkedIn profile, I would suggest that you have more than 500 connections. So it's good to have more connections, but also specific connections to the in the network. Just because when people see that you have 200 connections or 300, it looks like a new profile, and people have potentially less trust in dealing with you than when it shows a 500 plus. So thankfully, LinkedIn doesn't show any precise number past 500. So as soon as you pass the 500 number, you have somewhat more credibility. So it's good to have more and more connections, more contacts, but of course with the right people. You don't want to just accumulate connections or accept anyone who wants to become connected to you, because also there is something interesting in the algorithm of LinkedIn, is that when you accept a connection, it will then feed you with potential connections that you might be interested in that are in the same specific field. So if you accepted someone that's in a connection, that's in a world that's completely different to yours, then LinkedIn will continuously bring you um, new leads, new potential connections to make with those of that particular field. So if it's not a field that you are in, definitely you should not be accepting those connections or reaching out to connect to people that you will not likely be doing business with, simply because, of course, it's a waste of time and it's a waste of connections. Also, note that when you do have a new connection, they will start seeing your feed almost right away. So because of the LinkedIn algorithm, when you connect to someone, they start seeing what's on your profile, what you're posting. So again, try to be aware of the kind of posts that you're making on LinkedIn, uh, and that they are, of course, very targeted to the audience that you seek, so that when you connect, if they see content that's relevant and that's within the field of what you're doing, well, they'll be even more prone to get in touch with you or connect with you. So when you are doing a profile, you want to, of course, have a presentation that is oriented to what your avatar, what your target ideal client wants to see or needs to see in order to accept a contact, accept a new connection. And what I suggest is, first and foremost, before changing your profile or improving what you have, uh, is to sit down and really think very hard on who your ideal client is, who your avatar is. So I hope this helps, this little brief introduction into the LinkedIn profile. And we will talk more about it, of course, and how to get leads from LinkedIn as well. I want to conclude this by saying that we have with Nikita created an amazing program, something that's really, really one of a kind. Nobody else is doing it yet. And what it is basically is a coaching program that will help you with everything LinkedIn, but not only with LinkedIn. So it will help you to create the perfect profile, master the algorithms. It will help you to know how to answer to LinkedIn messages, how to send the proper LinkedIn messages. But also, I have a huge section on sales, how to set up sales calls, how to close sales, uh, those leads that you're getting from LinkedIn. But on top of it, we guarantee that you will get from 30 to 20 leads, new leads, highly qualified leads in your calendar every single month. So think calendar was full with leads, and on top of it you would have the perfect profile so that organically people reach out to you, and you would know what to do with the leads, meaning you would have the exact step by step. I call it my $1 million coaching, my $1 million sales call, because I've closed $1 million deals with this sales script, golden sales script that I also share. And on top of it, you are inside a Facebook group, a private group, not like this one, where you get to interact with like-minded people, and you have the ongoing support for anything connected to LinkedIn, whether it's how to answer to this precise client, you don't know how to answer to his message to close a deal or to get him to book a call, or you have questions about your profile or how to improve it. We will have weekly hot seats with individuals so that we can help you fix your LinkedIn profile. We can help you with messaging. We can help you with sales calls. We can help you with closing calls and getting all of that under one roof with a complete support system and sales team to help you get to the next level of success while receiving leads every single day inside your calendar. And on top of that, if it's not enough, we're also adding that we'll post one piece of content that is specific to your niche within LinkedIn so that you don't have to worry at least once a day to have something on your profile that talks to your potential clients about what you do and what kind of business you're in. So if you're interested in finding out more and finding if it's a fit for you, please just type um, LinkedIn leads or 30 leads in the comments section, and I will reach out to you in a private message and set up a call to see if there is a fit for you to be part of this amazing program. I've never done something this big, this huge. So I hope it helps you. So thank you. And next week, we will continue with a live here in Facebook. Thanks. Have a great day.